I've never tried liver before. I'm very concerned.
It won't be livery.
All right.
Okay.
It's a very misnamed. It's so that people don't come to Western North Carolina and eat all of our liver mush. That's why we named it that.
Liver mush.
Really?
No.
Okay.
I believed you.
I would have believed it.
And this is what happens on the internet. I literally believed her. All right, well, welcome to another episode of TaxSnax.
Hey.
I know, right? And we're here with our girl, Sabrina. So why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself? Well, we already know you, but
Right.
let's let the viewers know who you are.
I'm Sabrina Cook. I have been a CPA for 15 years now. I have a practice here in Hickory, North Carolina. We're going virtual soon, so it doesn't matter where you are, just give me a call. Focus on small businesses, particularly fractional CFO, and then some advising and tax accounting. That's
Well,
me.
tell us what we have here in front of us today.
So our snack today is called liver mush. It is a very regional dish. Like, you can only get it in like certain parts of North Carolina. That's how regional it is.
Huh.
And it came about during the Great Depression.
Yeah.
Maybe I should tell you this part.
No,
Is
I
this
wanna
the
know.
stuff with sawdust that they used to make, or is that just bread?
It may have used to have
I
been.
can see that
Yeah.
because they used to use it as filler.
Yes, it's cornmeal and the pig parts that were not good enough to go into sausage or bacon or any of the
Not
other.
even in a hot dog?
Not even in a hot dog.
Okay, well, I've never had it.
Me neither.
So,
Okay.
I mean, I'm from the South. I eat gas station gizzards. Like,
Yeah,
I mean, you
no.
can't.
You are like my mom.
They're good down
loves
here.
them.
Gas station
Interesting.
gizzards are
I don't
good.
know that I've ever had gizzards.
You gotta go to the good gas stations.
Okay.
then. All right, well, we're gonna dig into these
Taxes.
tax things.
Okay.
Well, you don't eat the paper.
I'm not gonna eat the paper.
I just heard the box.
Oh, I was like,
underneath.
did I get it?
All right, here we go.
Why does it taste like a brownie?
Stop it, really? It's not
Maybe
supposed
it's
to.
the-
Where'd you get brownie from?
I think it's the crust.
Okay.
Okay.
That's not bad.
No, it's good. I don't know how to. I think I know how. My favorite breakfast item is a salmon patty. I like salmon patties and grits. And it's crunchy. Like the outside's crunchy like a salmon patty. That's what I was thinking.
Right.
I like it. I would eat it
Good.
with grits. I would eat anything with
Yay.
cheese grits. I did have some. I left them inside.
What does it remind me of? Other than a brownie, it doesn't taste like chocolate. But it's not. I was expecting the worst.
Did you feel like it was livery?
No.
No.
Okay, I don't feel like it's livery.
That didn't
I
get
don't know
flavor
if it's
at
'cause
all.
I grew
No,
up
it
on
reminds me
or-
more of bacon. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, good. I'm glad you liked it.
I know, I know, but I wish I still had my grits. Maybe I'll order some to go.
You do.
Yeah.
Wait, did
They're on the table.
Oh.
Oh, well, you know. Well, now that we've had that, and I will probably have some more, and I'll probably order more grits, but
ASMR.
here is the money question of TaxSnax. What is the craziest thing you've heard as a tax professional around social media? I'm sure it's many.
There are quite a few. Definitely lately, it's been the 87,000 armed IRS agents. Do you guys hear that? Like,
Oh, I heard a clip of it, but it went in one ear and out the other because I was like,
well,
that's
good.
silly.
It is silly. So basically, like, our IRS is, up until this year, I think, the IRS was funded at like recession levels still.
Yeah.
Like the last recession. And so Congress passed a thing to get more money to the IRS so that they aren't operating on 14-year-old laptops, and so that when you call, you don't have a 10-minute time limit to talk to somebody, and you don't have to wait 2 hours to get on the phone with them. And so that's why the funding came along. But in the process, so like, I want to say 50% of IRS employees are set to retire in the next 5 years. So that's why they hired 87,000 people. And they do not all have guns. There's like 1,000 IRS agents nationwide who have a gun.
Not 87,000. I was going to say that's a lot of government spending
It is a lot of government
for
spending.
guns. And I read who was it? It was Duke Moore who posted it, so I trusted it. That the pay seems pretty solid now. If you have the
No,
the
it does.
requirements.
Was it Allison that posted that screenshot of the IRS hiring not too long ago?
It might have been.
And the pay didn't look too bad.
No, I was like, man, should I change careers? No. Okay, well, I'm glad to know they're not just all.
Well, where did the
all,
armed
like, a small
agent
militia.
thing even come? Do you even know? Or did they just
Political rhetoric, basically.
armed agents?
Yeah.
Huh.
I mean, I know somebody who works with the IRS, and she's armed, but really, that's like a very specialized.
I was gonna say they don't just give out
No.
guns to just anybody.
And like, if an armed IRS agent comes to your house, like, you're doing very bad things.
Is that like a drug lord kind of a thing? Like that's when they're showing up. Okay, we don't have anything to worry about.
Okay, yeah, I was wondering. So, in layman terms, what is an armed IRS agent? Because I feel like when you just say it that way,
They fight white collar crime.
okay.
So, you know, if they bust in someone's door to confront them about, you know, having illegal income and not paying taxes on it,
Yeah.
there's a good chance those people are going to be very armed. And
Yeah,
so
that
they
makes
have to be
sense.
prepared for that. That's the only reason they carry a gun.
That makes it's not like an FBI kind of a thing.
Do you want to hear something crazy?
I do.
I didn't know.
Oh, that they could carry.
I didn't know. No, I didn't know they did that.
Oh. What?
No. Well, I guess I've never had to worry about
That's
having
fair.
to know, and I've never had to even worry that there would be an armed IRS agent at my doorstep.
Right. I mean, it's
So
not something
why-
that keeps me up at night.
I know, yeah.
Well,
so,
no, and I think that's a good sign for all of us. But I only knew about it because when I went to Deadwood, South Dakota, the only reason that their brothel shut down in like the 1980s was because of tax evasion, and they did like bust in, and they're like, no more.
huh.
But that's the only reason it got shut down was because they evaded taxes for so long.
All right. So to clear the air, let's let the people know one more time.
Do
Why
all
not?
87,000 people carry guns?
They do not.
You heard it here, people.
You heard it here, and you heard it here first.
What were you telling us about on the internet, though? Was it Twitter? About burying people? Just a good segue.
Does it have to be my mom? So yeah, in your best, okay, so let's paint this scenario, I guess. Like, you know, you are a tax professional, and you are an amazing tax professional. And so what is your first reaction when you see things like this on Twitter? So on Twitter, we saw that, you know, sadly someone had to bury their mother, and they buried her in the backyard. And so now there's people going around in these comments, and there's thousands and thousands of retweets and comments about how now this woman does not have to pay property taxes. So, I mean, without even having to go back and, you know, research things and research the things that you know in the tax law as a tax professional, what would you say, like, off the rip to all of these comments?
Right. I mean, if it sounds good to be true, it's too good to be true. And it usually starts with like a grain of truth, right? I mean, it was some kind of cemetery exemption, but like your primary residence is never going to be a cemetery.
No.
I mean, I guess
not.
it could,
Unless
but
you're
probably
the Adams family.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like the Adams family.
Well, yeah, but even at that, like, it's so specific that you can't just go out there and do it. A normal person.
Yeah,
And the other thing that's always wild to me is these harebrained schemes are always like so elaborate. Like the cost of having somebody buried in your backyard. I mean, funerals are expensive.
Right.
Y'all know funerals are expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The cost of moving it to your backyard, and property taxes here are really low. I mean, it's the most affordable metro in the U.S. So clearly, like, you know, our property isn't. I'm not paying, you know, five-figure property taxes.
I was gonna say it's not Montana, which did just have that issue, but yeah, no.
Yeah. I mean, it would take me years for the cost of burying someone in my backyard to, like, cover the property taxes, even if it was true.
Well, also what, and so thinking about certain things, like you said, if it sounds too good to be true, then it probably is, because there's probably a lot of tax stipulations behind that as well, as to, number one, how they even define what a cemetery is.
Well, right.
So yes, nobody do this, because I feel like there's some people out there who might start moving things. Don't start moving things.
I think that they also have to think, it's not tax related, but about the environmental impact of a decaying corpse in your backyard and what that's going to do. Like, if you have a well, if you have natural resources nearby, you really have to do a lot more research than just plopping them in the ground.
And so let's not do that.
Yeah.
Let's not bury anyone in our backyards, whether, well, you know what? I'm going to ding that out. Because that lady already buried her mom in the backyard.
I buried my daughter's hedgehog in the backyard. Do you think that's okay?
Do you think I get a
Pet
tax break?
cemetery.
I would hope so. Yeah. Oh, I do have a small pet cemetery.
Pet cemetery.
My goldfish Goldie, first one to go.
If you've never watched the movie Pet Cemetery, maybe you could try it.
No.
Talk to a tax professional first.
Not Stephen King.
Yeah, talk to a tax professional.
But not me, because I don't want any part of it.
No.
I know, right? Well, that is literally it. That is TaxSnax. We talk, we eat a snack, we do the things.
And then we ask you about how hyped you are for new money and why you're so excited to go.
I am so hyped for new money. Like, it's a great time of year. Like, December in, like, the Disney vicinity, that's just going to be so fun.
Magical.
We're going to eat good food. We're going to learn good stuff. We're going to have good networking. I mean, there's really no drawback.
All right, so tell the people what you're going to be talking about at New Money.
I don't even know yet.
You're doing a tech workshop, right?
Yeah. So we're going to talk about integrating technology into your practice and to take more efficient note taking and get those notes out of your brain onto some kind of device and shared with your team so that it's not all up here.
No, you know, I just think that writing things down, I know for some people it can be a struggle and that can be their biggest downfall. But for me personally,
I don't know who we're talking about.
I know personally, because I know you talked about Remarkable at the tax return retreat, and I used to have one. I upgraded to an iPad because I do so much more. But man, that thing saved my life so many times. We got it out. We won't cut it out.
No, but honestly, if you see this, if you hear this, which we are going to clip this and we are going to put it on TikTok. If you see this, if you hear this, Remarkable, this is the most amazing person that we've been talking about, Sabrina. You want her. You want to work with her.
She's been in partnership with her.
She's really been using Remarkable in the most incredible ways in the tax industry and really sharing that.
Yeah, I'm so happy to share. And like when I got it, and I think a lot of people feel this way, it's so overwhelming.
It can be, yeah.
And so I've really tried to kind of think outside the box and think of ways to really take it to the next level and take advantage of all the cool features it has. Really.
So what are some of your favorite features, like from the Remarkable, like to use, like tax-wise?
Sure. I mean, this is just in any kind of business setting. The fact that the notes, we may have to redo this part.
I think it should be fine, but we can if you want. He was really like putting on through real slow.
He's having a good day.
Good for him.
Besides his Savannah there in the FedEx shirt, he's just rocking away.
Welcome to Hickory.
You're telling us about what features you like the most for taxes.
So, you know, with any kind of business setting, it's so handy that it syncs seamlessly to various like other technology. You can sync it to Google Drive, or you can manually hook it up to sync to your business's network. And, you know, really for me, that's the biggest thing is like these notes I take and forget to tell anyone who needs to know the notes.
Yes.
But that, and you can, if you can create a PDF, you can create any kind of template you might need for tax practice, like client intake or work papers even, that you can just quickly scribble on without having to like recreate the wheel every single time.
Right. I do like that.
I know.
I like that you can like cut things out and move it around because that saved me a lot.
Oh, it seems like a really nice little device.
Very nice.
And I don't know, I do like the way that you kind of do step-by-step in some of your speaking engagements. You kind of do the step-by-step and showing people how to how to do it and how to use it. Because a lot of times, I will say, especially me and growing up with a lot of technology, I just do what I did when I was a kid. And I just open the box and I just assume I know how to work and I throw it out. And then I just figure it out.
Yeah.
And honestly, like, there are times that just doesn't work for me now. There's new things out there, and I feel like it's really helpful that you kind of come in and you give those, you give those little note-taking advices, and then you roll on and you show these people how to use it, like, in real time.
Right.
So,
And we do have such a wide range of practitioners, of people who only handwrite things down or only type it up. And so giving them this other kind of a hybrid between the two options that they probably didn't even know about. I only knew about Remarkable because of our boss. I would never have heard about it before.
No.
And I think that's great.
and now people know about Remarkable because of Sabrina.
Yeah.
So you can thank her for most people in the tax profession using them. I will.
Remarkable.
You're welcome, Remarkable.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for being here with us today.
Yeah.
We're going to finish our liver mush. Is that what it's called? Did I say it right? Look at that. I know it. We're going to finish our liver mush. And we will see you guys at New Money.
See you there.
TaxSnax is brought to you by non-tax experts just like you.
So join us next week where we'll have some more snacks, some more tax, and a lot of little bits of information for you.